Well, after that disastrous first moto vlog, I decided to make another one. Except today's is going to be a little different. Today's exciting. Today is demo day. Yeah, we're going to go to local dealership and demo some bikes. It's a kind I've never rode before, so see how it turns out. In case you want to know how many I have rode, let's see, there's been Harley Davidson, Suzuki, Yamaha, Indian, Victory, Honda. I've rode in quite a few different brands. I actually like this dealership we're going to. It's where I bought my very first bike. I'll recommend them to anybody. In fact, if you're in Jacksonville, stop by Beach Blvd Motorsports. No, they didn't pay me to say this. I ain't no fucking spokesman. All I'm gonna say is I went in there with a budget, told them this is how much I got to spend, and they worked with me and they got me on the bike I wanted. So if that's what you're trying to do, go check them out. Right next door is where I get all my patches sewn on, open road leathers. Really good store for riding gear, you know, vests. Heck, they even got saddlebags and stuff in there. Decently priced, but the people who run it are very cool, so I'll stop in there one day too. Might even see my ex-riding buddy here today. Why do I call him ex-riding buddy, you might ask? Well, ever since his tragic accident, he ain't rode with me no more. What happened? He slipped and fell and got his finger stuck in a wedding ring. Yeah, that's right. He got hooked. And I don't know if his little girl won't let him come out, or all I know is he don't freaking ride with me no more. Whatever. Kind of think he just didn't want to ride with me anymore because his bike couldn't keep up after I got this beast. I want to say that what we're going to be riding today is like Triumphs and similar. Hey, I heard they even got some type of electric bike. I've had an opportunity to ride an electric bike before. One of the, I want to say it was the Victories or something. I know they had it at a demo for Victories and Indians, but I didn't ride it. Not really my style, but since I've started moto vlogging, I'll go ahead and ride one just so y'all can see what it's like. Since I'm talking about demoing, the day that I demoed the Indians and the Victories, one of the Victory Octanes overheated. I mean, it had antifreeze spewing all over the damn ground. I mean, I can kind of see why they got rid of that line. It was certain, don't get me wrong, it was a decent bike, but when you rode it and you rode an Indian, there were some definite differences. Like, for example, the shifting. The shifting on the Victory was very clunky. I didn't like it at all, and I ride a fucking 109, and you know how bad those are. The radio just, it didn't sound as good, and some people, they're like, well, I don't need a radio anyways. Well, then why are you going to go buy a Victory Magnum? You know, it's got a radio on it. Obviously, that's what you're looking for if you're buying that kind of bike. But I guess if you had a decent amount of money, but you weren't trying to spend the down payment on a house, a Victory would have been a good bike. I fell in love with the Chieftain Dark Horse, but not for that price. Not yet, anyways. Alright, we are here. Demo rides, yes. Alright guys, first up we are riding an electric bike, a Zero DS. These bikes are made in California. As I said, they're electric, so they're extremely quiet. When this thing was sitting parked, you could hear the turn signal relay. To me, it's reminiscent of riding a scooter with a lot more power. Very nimble. I believe they said it only weighs about 300 pounds, if that. It's got adjustable modes on it, and some of the models are Bluetooth enabled, which means you can pair your phone and adjust the settings like horsepower, torque, and top speed through the phone. You can buy an additional charger so it can be hooked up to any like smart car charging station, or it comes standard with a normal wall outlet plug. Seat height's a little tall, taller than my 109 for sure. I'm tippy-toeing at the stoplights on this thing, but it's very nimble. I'd say it's even more nimble than the 250s we rode in the MSF course. It's weird not having an engine sound. I mean, there's a little whine, but you can on the fly adjust with this gray button. I don't know if y'all can see, it says mode. Custom, sport mode. He said this bike's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde when it comes to the modes. So, I just changed it to sport, let off the throttle. He says you can change it on the fly, but it'll only actually activate once you close the throttle. I can actually already feel a difference. A lot more torque in this mode when I'm barely twisting the throttle, and it's got some pull to it now. I was running in the eco mode a minute ago. Normal range on a bike like this is about 200 miles. Forgot to ask him how long it takes to charge, but I'll definitely do that when we get back to the dealership. Brakes are really good on it. Whoa, okay, that was definitely was not expecting that, but this is the first electric bike I've ridden. You get almost instant feedback on the throttle, as you can see. It's very, very agile. Tell you, if I had to pick between this and a scooter, I'd definitely pick this little thing. Fully loaded, my C109 weighs a good 600 to 700 pounds more than this bike. And I got the cool orange one. And I was wrong, it isn't Triumphs we're going to be riding, it's Royal Enfields. I'm looking forward to riding them. There's several models of these Zero bikes. There's the DS, there's a, I believe he said a SR and a FS. Oh my God. See, I'm literally tippy-toeing. The Regency Square Mall. It's actually pretty crowded today, considering the place used to be really, really big years ago. Now, not so much. Just so quiet. Not used to it at all. Said they've got really good sport tuned suspensions. So far, not that bad over a speed bump. Just glides into the turns. There's no power curve when it comes to these things. Everything, the torque, the horsepower, it's all right there as soon as you twist. imagine what this thing would be like on the highway. Kind of wonder what the top speed is. When you go to start one of these, you simply turn the key and it's on. It'll have a little indicator if the kill switch is not activated or the kick stands up, but other than that, there's no other buttons. Takes a minute to cycle. Prices on these Zeros range from, I think he said about 84 all the way up to 15. Ooh, here's the MSF class right here. It's actually the class I took to get my endorsement. Great school to go to. I recommend it. If you're in Jacksonville and you're looking to get your motorcycle license, definitely go with MSF. It's just a little area we're in to show how nimble these bikes are. Do you believe in my MSF course, I actually got the highest score in my class? Only thing I did wrong is in the figure 8 and the small box, I dropped a foot. God, this bike is nimble. Just leans so easy. Would I want one of these? Maybe just for something to put around on town. I'm just very leery of trying to find a charge plug, or not quite ready to advance into the future just yet. The only thing I don't like about it is how low the speedometer is. I feel like I'd really have to look down to take my eyes off the road to see it. I hope we gotta stop. Fuck. There we go. I feel like I look ridiculous on this. Only one in the whole group on their tippy toes. I'm only like 5'7", in case y'all wonder. I'm a little guy and ride a fucking big bike. See, I can pull this back here. So right around the corner. everybody else is going. Half the group got stuck at a red light. Somebody's barbecuing. Smell it. Try out different mic positions in future videos, so there's too much wind in this one. Next one might be a little better. Grass barbecue. It is summer in Florida, let me tell you. 90 something degrees today. Having to wait 15 minutes between each ride. Not bad. I mean, it definitely surprised me.
Got some acceleration, don't it?
Yeah, that throttle's instant response. Wonder if they make lowering kits for them.
Yeah, a little tiptoey, but
yeah.
That seat could use a little padding. A lot of fun though.
Oh yeah.
Y'all enjoy that? Oh yeah.
Alright guys, so I'm back on my bike. Heat's rolling in. Figured I'd do a quick recap of the day. Today we rode a Zero DS electric motorcycle and a Royal Enfield Classic 500. Seeing as the Zero is the first electric bike I've ever ridden, I can't really give a comparison to it. I will say it was a lot of fun to ride. Definitely something new for me. Never experienced riding a bike with such instant feedback on the throttle or with such little noise. I mean, I'm used to sounds, a lot of sound, you know. The Royal, what can I say? I mean, it's a little bike. It'd be great if you lived in a small town over in like the UK or something. I don't really see a lot of use for it for a place like Jacksonville or a big city. I mean, just ain't got enough oomph. A lot of cars here, as you can see, and you had to get out of the way of one of them really quick. That bike, I don't think it'd be able to do it. I didn't even check the starting price on the Royals. I really wasn't too interested in ever thinking about buying one. Like I said, depending on the features and the model of the Zero, they range anywhere from 84 to 15. So from what I understand, talking to a couple other guys there, that's a little steep for an electric bike. If they were to lower the price, they'd probably sell a lot more. Not quite ready for an electric bike yet. Probably be a few more years. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There'll be more to come. They should get better every time. I'm just starting out, but I'll try to make every video a little better. Alright guys, thanks for watching.